All right, so it is 2 o'clock. Hi everyone, my name is Alexis. If we have not met before, we're doing 45 minutes body weight workout today with a few partner exercises if you have a partner with you. If not, totally fine. You can do these solo too. All right, so just a quick waiver. In order to make these classes as freely accessible to our participants, we will be using a verbal warning and assumption of risk at the beginning of class. Participation in this online class is voluntary. Physical activity programs may result in injury, and by participating, you assume the risk of injury that may result from your participation. We strongly recommend you participate in a space that is suitable for this activity. For example, make sure you have moved nearby furniture and other potential hazards. If you're participating in a yoga class or class that involves laying on the ground, we recommend using a mat, or if you don't have one, a carpeted area. Participants are encouraged to stop if they experience pain or injury and should seek appropriate medical advice or care as needed. William Mary Health and Wellness strongly recommends that each participant have an annual physical examination and follow the advice of your healthcare provider before participating. All right, so with all that, we can get started. If you want to listen to music, you guys will all be on mute, so you can listen to anything that you'd like, or you can listen to a Spotify playlist I made. I'm just going to drop the link in the chat really quickly if you want to use that, but again, you can listen to anything you want. All right, so we'll go ahead and get started with our warm-up. We're going to start standing with some head rolls. So just taking that front semicircle, getting a stretch in the side of your neck, the back of your neck. Taking a few more. Really feel your neck muscles relax. Let the stress of the week out of your shoulders. And come back up. So we're going to take some walkouts. Start at the back of your mat. Hinge down at the hips and walk your hands forward into a plank position. Hold that plank just for a couple seconds and then come back up. Slowly roll up vertebrae by vertebrae, and then back down. Squeezing your core once you get into that plank. Down again. We'll take a couple more. Getting warm in our abdominals and our shoulders. Really gripping the floor with your fingers to take tension out of your wrists. All right, one more, and then hold that plank. You're gonna go plank and then lift your hips up towards the ceiling to down dog. And then, like you're coming up and over a hurdle with your hips, come back to plank. Make sure your back's staying nice and flat. Back to down dog. Up and over that hurdle plank. Back to down dog. We'll take one more. Back to down dog and walk your hands towards your feet. We're gonna come sitting on the mat for a glute bridge. So that's gonna look like laying down on your back. Bringing your heels as close to your glutes as possible, tucking your shoulders under, and raise your hips to the sky. So that's one. Hold for a few seconds at the top. Squeeze your glutes. We want to take our hips just high enough so that our low back stays nice and neutral. So we're squeezing our glutes, shins are shining forward. Taking 3 more. Last one, shining your hips to the sky. Come down. All right, now we're gonna flip it over. Find yourself in a lunge position. Tuck your toe under, come to a low lunge. Opposite hand to the foot that's in front comes down, and then open towards that leg that's up. Then come down back to your low lunge with the knee on the ground, and then lean back to our hamstring stretch. So it goes low lunge, knee up, twist open, open that chest. Come down, knee down, hamstring stretch. So take a few of these at your own pace. And we're really thinking about taking our hip back, not just leaning back like that, to really stretch our hamstring, get them warmed up. Thinking about externally rotating our shoulders. All right, last one here, and then switch legs. So other leg comes forward, opposite arm comes down, and then we'll reach to the sky. Coming down, back to your hamstring stretch. It's of course an option to keep your knee on the ground the whole time. When we lift up that knee though, we're lighting up through our hip flexors. Taking a few more of these. All right, last one. Spread your arms like you're hugging your mom. And hamstring stretch. And then we'll stand it up. All right, last move before we get into our workout, just taking some cross crawls. So elbow comes to knee, crunching in your core. Exhaling when you crunch. This is to get our heart rate up, get our muscles all through our core warm. In 4, 2, 1. All right, grab a little sip of water. We've got 3 circuits today, maybe 4 if we have time, we'll see. Going through our upper body, core, lower body. All right. Just want to make sure my music's playing here. All right, we'll get started with some squats. So if you're by yourself, you can just start your squats here, coming back into our heels. But if you're with a partner, you're going to want to grab each other's forearms. So we're grabbing right around here, and you'll be able to pull back, and you should be able to sit back a little bit further than if you were by yourself. So we're going to go for a minute. So feet come slightly wider than our hips, toes slightly pointed out, and we go back. Weight comes back into your heels. Chest is proud, core engaged. If you're with your partner, give them a smile. Your chest should be proud, so you should be able to look them in the eyes. If you're by yourself, like me, hands can come anywhere. For progression, you can take them overhead. We're halfway there. So again, the progression is to add an overhead press with it. The whole time making sure our low back staying neutral. So crunching in your core to support your back. In 5. Give me 4 more. And last one. All right. Next up, we've got Romanian deadlifts. So let's start with our right leg coming back. It's going to look like Watch me first and then join. Your same hand as your leg is going to come back, looking straight down in front of you, flexing your back foot, and then coming up. So really squeeze that ground leg. We're going to take 10. You have really good balance. Your progression here is to come up like so. Really squeeze the glute that's on the ground to help stabilize you. Inhale back, exhale crunch. Imagine you're kicking a wall behind you. Give me 3 more. Last one. Kick that wall behind you. Squeeze your core. All right, and shake out that standing leg. We got 2 sides. Let's do the other leg. It's going to come back this time. I'll switch sides. So that means our left leg's coming back. Right leg stays on the ground. Let's go. Flex that flying foot to light up your leg. So there's 1. For another option, you can stop your foot on the ground to help you keep your balance. 5 more. Take them at your own pace. It's really more about quality than quantity here. Whoop. Squeeze that standing leg. I did a lot of Warrior 3 yesterday, so my legs are a little tired. Give me 2 more. Kick that wall behind you. This is our last one. All right. What do we have next? We've got lateral lunges. So the key here is to not step out too far. We don't want our knee to come in. So let's start by stepping to our left. So we're just going to take our hips back and then stand it up. We're focusing on keeping our knee over our toe. And that's going to be easier if we don't step out so far. If you want a progression, you can add a step up. Give me 3 more. All right, we're going to switch sides. Stepping out. Taking whatever option you did on the last side, so adding the step if you want to. Taking our hips back. Each time, squeezing through our glutes. Give me 3 more. All right, this is our last one. Add that step up if you want. All right, next we're going to work on some upper body. So this is called YTWL. We're going to hinge about 45 degrees at the hips. Make sure your core is tight to keep your back flat. And we're going to start with Y. So arms come up, thumbs up, and then come down. And then arms come straight out, T. Elbows hug to your side for W. And then for L, we do a row, hinge at the elbow, and then come back down. So if you're ready for that, you can join me. It's Y, pause at the top, T. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, W. And then L, we got row, hinge at the elbow, back down. Y, thumbs up. Make a T, squeeze your shoulder blades together. W, again, upside down M for mom. Row, there's your L. All right, 5 more. Got Y, Make sure you're squeezing your core, support your back. T, W, and L. Should definitely feel it in your back right now. I know I do. If you need a little break, that's okay. Just make sure, you come back in after you take your little break. W, L. It'll also be less challenging if you're not as low in your squat. All right, one more, YTWL. Y, squeeze those shoulders. T, W, L. Hinge at the elbows. Come down. Woo! All right, we're coming to the ground for our next exercises. You got tricep dips, so watch me and then join in. So you want to dig your heels into the ground. Take your wrists right underneath your shoulders. And then take your butt up. And then we're just going to dip. We want to make sure our shoulders are right over our wrists. So you can join me now. Opening through our chest. It's less challenging if we bring our feet in closer, more challenging if they're further away. Five more. Should feel in the back of your arms here. Option here to take your butt down, go back like so. Give me 3 more. All right. We've got sit-ups now, going into some core work. Our rest is coming soon, I promise. So if you have a partner, you want to face each other, like your feet are in the same area. So someone would be facing me. And then you're going to sit up, trying your best not to use momentum. Give a little high five, come back down. We got 10 of those. Woo! Focusing on crunching our core. So inhale down, exhale up. Woo! And when you come down, coming down with control. If I'm counting right, I think we have 3 more. Keeping our chest nice and proud. Last one. Woo! Okay, this next one's fun. So, if you have a partner, one partner is gonna be in a 30-second plank. You want your feet to be wide enough so your partner can step between them. And then partner number 2 is gonna be doing an agility ladder in your feet. So what that's gonna look like is in, here's the feet, in, out, in, out, in, out. So you're gonna be jumping over each other's feet for 30 seconds and then switch. And if you're by yourself, you can do it by yourself. Just play the part of one partner. So 30 seconds starts now. Find that plank. You can do high plank or forearms. Forearms is gonna be a little more challenging. So you're going in, out, in, out. If you got the cardio partner, plank partners, what you think about crunching your core, pushing the floor away from you, and pretending like you're trying to make a crease in the middle of your mat. So really crunching your ribs to your hips. 3, 2, 1, switch partners. So whoever was just doing the agility, you're getting ready to plank, and partner 2 is getting ready for agility. All right, if you're ready, here we go. In, out, in, out. So we're really working on balance here. If you're standing on one foot, we're halfway. You're pushing off with that outside foot. Less than 10 seconds. Can you go a little faster? 3, 2, 1. that was a foot, I'd be stepping over it. Woo! So this is our 1 minute break here. So get water, towel off if you need. Our next circuit is going to be different, and then we'll come back to that first circuit that we just did one more time. Woo! I haven't done cardio in a few days, I can tell. Woo! So if you're not too sweaty, you know, high five your mom. And you can grab water. And our next circuit is when you're going to need your heavy items. Make sure that's nearby. All right. So next circuit is again starting with lower body. So if you have a partner, you're going to face each other about 6 feet away. I'm not saying that's a joke, like about 6 feet away from each other. And we're going to do a forward and reverse lunge. So both people are going to start with their right leg, step forward, lunge, up, and then again with your right leg, step back, come up. So you can join me here. We're going to do 10 of these. Making sure you have a 90-90 bend in your knees. Knee is not coming over your toes. We're squeezing our butt to keep our balance. Arms can come out like you're running. So it should kind of look like you're dancing if you have a partner in front of you. Four more. If you want a challenge, you cannot stop your foot in the middle, just take it up. So you're on just one foot the whole time. Last one. Forward and then back. Woo! All right. Shake out that standing leg. We're going to be doing the other side. So we just did our right leg. We're going to start by stepping our left leg forward. So it goes forward and then back. So if you want that challenge, just keep your right leg on the ground. If you need the other option, stop your left leg in the middle of your lunges. Remember that 90-90 bend. If you have a partner, give them a little smile. They're doing great. We got 4 more. Now last one, forward and then back. And rest. Everything else in this circuit is down on the ground. All right, so we're seeing those glute bridges again. So just again, what that looks like, heels are as close to your butt as possible, toes are pointed forward, then hips come to shine to the ceiling. And that's 1 rep. You want to hold for a few seconds at the top. So you're ready, we're doing 10 right here. So you're crunching in your core. You don't want your back to arch. So just meet your edge, wherever your low back is going to stay neutral. You don't really want to go past that. Squeezing your glutes at the top. This is really lighting up our glutes and hamstrings that are ignored a lot. 4 more. Give me 3 more, you got it. Last one. Hold for just a couple more seconds. Squeeze, 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 and down. All right, next up we got side lying leg lifts. So I'm coming to my right first. Just make sure you remember what side you are because we're gonna switch. So your top toe is pointed towards the floor, making sure our hips are perpendicular, core is crunched in. We're gonna raise that top leg, and that's 1. So we got 10 here. Making sure that toe is flexed and either parallel or pointing slightly down. So we want to really use our glute medius and not too much of our back. 1 more. All right, flip it over. We got 2 sides. All right, so foot is flexed, making sure our core is embraced. Coming up. Just like most for exercises, it's not so much about how high you get, it's more about that you're engaging the right muscles. So you should really feel it right in the side of your glute. Give me 3 more. Making sure that foot is still staying parallel to the floor. Last one. All right, next we got push-ups. Personally, I don't love push-ups, but you gotta do the exercises you don't like so that you get better at them. So you have either any of 3 options: tabletop, on your knees, or up on your toes. So you just got 10. We want to focus on keeping our elbows close to our body and squeezing through our core. All right, so pick your option here: knees, toes, or tabletop. Here we go. Inhale down, exhale up. Halfway there. Keep those elbows close to your body as you can. We're really isolating the biceps. Last one. Try one on your toes if you haven't. Right, finishing up. Woo, see, yeah, that wasn't so bad, we made it. All right, so if you've got your heavy object, you want to grab that now. And if you have a partner, you don't want to sit side by side, so my partner would be here. So we got Russian twist. That's going to look like is one partner is going to hold this, twist, hand it off to the other partner, and then they will twist and then hand it back to you. All right, so we're going to start our timer. We're doing those for 1 minute. All right, you can have your feet up or down, whatever option feels great today. Really twisting from your core, not only moving your arms. This is an obliques workout or exercise. Rather, keep it up, you got it. This is gonna help us like twist around to put on our seatbelt, twist around to hand somebody something. We use our obliques for everything. Last one. And rest. All right, one more exercise and then we're gonna get our minute rest. It turns out we're gonna have room for just one more round after this. All right, so this is another partner switching off. So one partner is going to be in a plank, either high plank or forearm plank, while the other partner does mountain climbers for 30 seconds. And then we'll switch. And then we'll both be doing something in a plank, but we'll come to that after. So partner 1, mountain climbers. Partner 2, holding that plank. Get ready. Here we go. I'm gonna start holding my plank. People doing mountain climbers, this is our cardio peak for the round. So if you're breathing hard, you're supposed to be breathing hard. That's all right. Keep it up. We want to make sure we're keeping our hips low to the ground. So if you have to slow down your mountain climbers to make them more effective, please do so. 3, 2, 1. All right, switching rolls. So I'll be doing 30-second mountain climbers here. Here we go. Just really pushing away from the floor. Trying to keep your hips as low as possible, stabilizing through your core. Just pretend like you're about to get punched in the stomach. Keeping your shoulders over your wrists. And again, slowing down if you have to. We got 5, 3, 2, 1. Take a break. All right, so we're already down here in our plank position. So if you have a partner, I want you to plank facing each other. So we got a 30-second plank. And if you have a partner, you're gonna be high-fiving across. So both using your right hand, give a high five, left hand, give a high five, like so. So we're gonna start in 3, 2, let's go. And you can just have an imaginary high five. I know my mom's watching, so we'll pretend. Of course, you have the option to come down to your knees, just making sure we're crunching our core no matter where we are. And then we're gonna be getting something out of this. 10 seconds, hang in there. And 4, 3, 2, last one. All right, this is our minute break here. We're gonna have time for one more round of exercise, and then we'll cool down. So we almost made it. So hopefully you guys have already been having a lovely Mother's Day, and I'm glad to be a little part of it today. I hope you're having fun. And if you're watching this later, you can use a friend, even a brother, sister, whoever's in your house. All right. Let's not lose our momentum too much. That's about a minute of catching our breath. So we got the same thing as the first round coming up here. So we're starting with those squats. Feet coming just a little bit wider than hips. And if you have a partner, you're facing them, holding their forearms. All right, here we go. Bringing it down and up, squeezing your glutes, keeping a micro bend in your knees. Chest is proud. Taking these at whatever pace feels good. If you need a more high intensity option, add a jump. Making sure weight's landing back in your heels. Give me 4 more. You got it. Last one. All right, and then we've got those RDLs again. So starting with our right leg flying up, right arm comes forward. We got 10 on this side. Squeeze your standing leg. So we're really working here, so our cool down feels that much more rewarding. An option here is to bring the leg all the way through. Give me 4 more. Woo. Making sure we're squeezing through our core. If we can't come all the way to a perfect T, that's fine. It's our last one. All right, switching sides here. So our left leg is going to fly up, left arm comes forward. Looking straight down at the ground. Squeeze your core. Most importantly, squeezing the glute on that standing leg. Just hinging as far forward as you can today. Whoop. There's always like a burnt Cheez-It in there. You know, there's just one RDL that is not as pretty as the rest. All right, give me 3 more. Taking either option to either stop your leg in the middle or bring it all the way through. Last one. All right, I think, well, we have one more lower body exercise, and then that's it for our lower body. So we got lateral lunges. Let's start to the right. That's what we did last time, I believe. Coming out. Bring our hips back as we come down. Making sure that our knee is not dropping inwards. If it is like so, you just want to step in or step out a little less. We don't want to crank our neck up, so looking straight down at the ground here is perfectly fine. Three more. Now we're going to switch sides. Last one. All right, switching sides. Getting right into it. Feeling the side of our leg working and the inside of our thigh as well. Five more. Keep it up. Last one, make it your best. All right, YTWL is up next. And then we'll end with that plank agility ladder. All right, so hinging forward to the hips 45 degrees. Start with your Y, thumbs up, out to Y. Then T, palms face down at the floor. W, elbows stay in close to your body. L is a row, hinge at the elbows. So we got Y, T, W, L. Think of a fun acronym while you're doing this. I don't have any ideas at the moment. So that was 2. Make sure you're pausing at the top as if you're waiting for someone to take your picture. W and L. Y. T, W, and L. We're going to do one more round. Make it good. Y, T, W, squeeze those shoulder blades, and L. And come down. All right, so we're going to end with that plank agility ladder. So one partner is planking with their feet spread so that your partner can step between them. Another partner is going to be doing the agility ladders, going in between the feet, in, and out. In, and then out. So we're starting for 30 seconds. Get in your positions and plank. with the agility ladder. So thinking about crunching our ribs into our hips and screwing our hands outwards as if you were trying to loosen up a pickle jar. That's going to make sure our shoulders are externally rotated here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we're switching. 30 seconds of agility ladder. This is our last bit of work here. Ready? And go. In and out. Quick feet here. Make sure you get your balance before coming back towards the middle. 5, 3, 2, 1. All right. Catch your breath a little bit. Grab a sip of water. We've got just a couple minutes to cool down. All right. We're going to come on down to the ground. If you're still breathing pretty hard, make your way there slowly. All right. So just start laying on your side. And then taking that top leg into your hand, top foot into your hand, stretching out your quad here. So we did it, we made it. Hopefully you're sweating, you have a nice hot shower after this. Let mom have the hot water. All right, then we're gonna flip onto our back. Cross your foot over onto your knee. Grab between that hole you just made and pull your thigh close to you. This is our figure 4 stretch, laying down. All right, and then we're gonna come and lay on our other side. If there's anything else you need to stretch out after this, feel free. We just only have a shorter amount of time for a cool down today. We'll get all the major muscle groups, but not all of them. Feeling that stretch in the front of your legs, feel real nice. Then we'll come onto our back. Again, crossing the ankle over the knee on the other leg, pulling it towards our body. Just enough to feel that stretch, but not so we feel pain. We worked our glutes a lot in those side leg lifts, our glute bridge, and our side lunges. All right, and we'll want to just sit it up, take a crisscross position, or legs out if that's more comfortable. Take your one arm across, stretch our shoulders. We worked those a lot in our YTWL, and even in our planks. And then other side. And lastly, we'll just reach our hands behind us, pulling down, gazing up at the ceiling for our chest stretch. And this is where we'll end today. So thank you guys for joining me. I'm going to stop the recording in case you want to hang out. But if you have to go, thank you for coming.